So everyone, I don't know if I talked to you guys before in other videos about this, but this is something that I bought last year. Just a standard grain cart, nothing too exciting. It did come with a free caution sign. Look at that thing. It also sways like a bugger down the roads, but this is what I got. I wanted this because I wanted to be able to, this actually seals properly, which is nice. I wanted to be able to start making my own grain for pigs and also for chickens, because one thing I do find is my area, the price at the feed mills keep going up and up because it's no longer really a farming area, so you're not getting the volume, and there's no one really mixing anymore because it's become so costly for them to mix that there isn't really many mixers in Ontario. So what ends up happening is my local feed costs get really high. And not to judge them, they have to run their business just like I do. And I just got to find cost-effective ways to raise my products, right? My chickens, my turkeys, and my ducks a little bit, and my hogs. I just noticed right there's a little hole over there. Nothing too spectacular, but I'm not emptying this as fast as someone else. And I'm also not using corn or grain or corn or soybeans, which destroy the living crap out of these things. That's what really does the damage because it's so abrasive. Where things like I would want oats aren't as bad. And yeah, that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm planning for this thing. It looks to be an old 7-ton running gear. 5-point. It's just a cheap purchase. I needed it. I needed somewhere to store grain. If I haven't shown you guys, if you guys go back into my exploring the upstairs video of that barn, there is a small granary in there. Here, we'll see if we can zoom in. There's a door right here. That used to be where the grain went in. There's a small granary in that corner. My problem is I don't have augers, and the way the building fell down over there, it doesn't allow me to get grain in there. These fences are all run down and old, and yeah, I'm not allowed to change anything, so it's limited on what I can do. So right now, this is the cheap way. I'm gonna put a little roof on this, and yeah, just feed out of this. I'd like to anyway. I know I gotta make it almost airtight, or tight enough that it'll hold it and then allow air through. Sorry, I gotta zoom out. And that's what's going on with me. I didn't pay too much for it, so I'm not too concerned, but it's enough to go get grain if I need to go get grain and mix my own. So that is the plan. Now, what this does do is this is a prime example of the way I farm, because I buy equipment so that I can grow, but sometimes you have to invest into the equipment before you really have the money to spend on other things. Like I have the money for the equipment, but I don't have the money for the grain, so I might not be able to do that this year, but next year, as I increase income, I can cover my operating costs, in which case I can buy grain in bulk, and I can finish on that way, and I can finish by the ton instead of buying pig feed or chicken feed or whatever it is. So that's why I did it like that. In my area, it is very difficult to move used equipment. So if you have any plans of expanding in the future, it's almost smarter to spend as much as you can for size. Spend as much as you can for size and get as big as you can afford, without mortgaging, of course, without going in debt. That'll be your long-term purchase. I still have the hay equipment I started with because, as I said, no one wants it. No one wants used equipment, so you're the only guy who's going to want the used equipment when you're starting. So if you just start getting small and growing and upgrading and stuff, you can get trade-in value, but the trade-in value is so god-awful compared to what you paid for it. It's almost like giving it away. And I get it, some people trade in all the time and you trade to upgrade, but it's just such a heavy depreciation. In my mind, it makes more sense to upgrade once or twice and then stick with it, because it is just it's murder to what you get on the trade-in for stuff. But that's what I'm doing, guys. I picked that up today. I'm pretty excited about it. It's just another step in our farm, right? It's another step in production and growth. It just makes it so your costs go down, and it allows you to have some sort of margin. Because any of you guys know, or growing your own pigs, you know that the margins on pigs are tiny. Especially as the food costs keep going up. Because what I find is, even though I do a non-GMO pig, unless you have a certain unique clientele, farmers markets, i.e., or they're natural shoppers at organic grocery stores, they don't see the value in non-GMO. They don't see the value or the extra cost or the extra time it takes to grow things slower or on grass. They don't see why it's more money. I find that, and I find that's the hardest sale, is the first one, because they don't see why they should be paying more money than the grocery store. The first thing they do is say, it is $2.50 a pound at the grocery store, or whatever it is. And that idea is great. The problem is at $2.50 a pound, they made enough money, and they're working on 10,000 birds, i.e. chickens, right? Or they're working on large factory farms. And if that's your thing, it's fine. If it's all about dollars, there it is. But I'm trying to produce a unique product, and I find that once someone has it and they can taste the difference, or they feel better about what they're eating, they're willing to do it again. They do see the value. It's just the first time they don't. Bugger of a fly. So that's what's going on, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. As always, take care, keep farming, keep having fun. I haven't looked. I want to talk to you guys about, I guess it would be Plow Match or International Farm Show. I don't know which one it is. It's the big farm show in Ontario. I wanted to see if any other YouTubers are going to it, in which case we might meet up and figure something out. I like meeting the people that comment on my videos and seeing everyone. It's just cool meeting everyone. So take care, keep farming, keep having fun, and as I said, if you guys want to meet up at that thing, I'd love to meet everyone.